All right, good morning. We are going to do something a little different today. We're going to have Nate talk about what he usually eats during the day and the timing of it, then what I usually eat during the day, then the timing of it, and then we'll talk about what you're going to see for the next probably 8 to 10 minutes. So let's start with Nate. Come on in over here at the old seat here. So what's your normal nutrition like there, Nate?
So most of the time I come in and eat 3 to 4 eggs with either some hash browns or some grits in the morning for breakfast. Have a couple clients, train a little bit, and then I'll have either chicken and rice or ground beef and rice or some type of burger or something like that. Probably in the afternoon around 11:30, 11:15, and then have some clients, train again, and then same thing, probably just like some chicken and rice, chicken and ground beef, something along those lines.
How many times do you eat a day?
4.
Okay.
4 times, 4 or 5.
And you're not on any specific, you kind of eat, like high carb type of training diet?
Yeah, nothing too, I'm not crazy picky, but it's pretty basic.
So I've been on the same thing for probably, I don't know, a couple years, and I just started maybe a year and a half ago eating a little bit different, whereas I only eat twice a day. And I said, man, it would be kind of fun if I made Nate eat exactly what I eat, when I eat, and how I eat it. So today he usually eats, what time would you have eaten this morning?
Probably like 7:30.
7:30. When's the last time you ate?
6:20 was my last bite.
So this will almost be like a little over 16-hour fast. So I'll go, my first meal will be at 10:30, 10 o'clock, something like that. And then I'll eat my final meal at 3 o'clock, 3:15. And then I'll fast for like 18 or 18 and a half hours, and I'll do that. So I only eat twice a day. So my 2 meals are a little bigger than what Nate's kind of used to. So we're gonna see, we'll get a good little feedback on, does he like it, does he not like it? The first thing we're gonna start with today is a salad. I'll prep these salads at home and I'll just add some extra spinach when I get into work, because sometimes that spinach, it won't fit inside the container that I have. So let's see. This is kind of what we're working with. That looks pretty good, I'm not gonna lie, right? What do you think about that?
It looks good. I'm excited for it.
So I gotta take the eggs, a couple hard-boiled eggs in here.
This is also a lot, according to Jess, and I do a decent job of it. I eat roughly around 90 to 100 grams of fat in a day.
Okay. So this salad will probably have maybe 1.5 times that, maybe 2 times that. But we'll see. We'll see. All right, so there's those 2 eggs. Then we've got some cashews, some pistachios, some peppers, some chicken, tomatoes, some bacon.
Nice.
So the key is, though, you can't just dump it all in there because you got to mix your salad dressing up a couple different times here. So
This is the best salad. Oh my God.
So we do a mix halfway through. B-Dub, come on, check it out. Come on. So Brent, do you think he's gonna? How do you think he's gonna go for Nate today? Think he's gonna enjoy everything?
It's a half.
I know he's really hungry right now. I think that's gonna go down, but I'm a little worried for him later.
I'm more worried about the salad than I am for later.
You're more worried about the
It's
salad.
gonna taste really good though.
I know, but then it becomes like the same bite.
So usually, I'm probably sitting around 5,000 calories a day. So each one of these meals is, I would assume between 2,000 and 2,500 calories. I could be wrong, but I'm probably not.
My average meal is probably 700 to 900 calories on a normal meal.
All right. So we've got
It's avocado.
some kale in there. I'm a big fan of kale. I don't know if Nate is gonna like the kale.
I don't mind the kale.
Okay.
I don't mind the kale.
And then I've got just the kale and spinach and my peppers. So pretty basic salad, but I'm telling you, man, there's something about this thing. No mushrooms.
Nice.
There's no mushrooms because Nate doesn't like mushrooms. So I was nice. I was nice. And I have washed my hands. It's all good. We're all safe here. Oops, Mr. All right, so now we'll dump in, Nate, though, I want you to dump in the rest of that salad for me. Nope. All right, now, what dressing did I put on yours?
The Thousand Island.
Gotcha. Okay. So now you're going for the second portion of the dressing. And then you can mix this up really good. Because if the dressing's not mixed up, the salad, you can't have it, the salad's no good. So now we're getting close. All right.
Just make sure you realize the size of the bowl that this is being put into.
Okay, so we're close now. We're close to being ready. There's one little thing a lot of people screw up. And they forget, you gotta have some type of fruit on that salad. I don't do a lot of fruit, obviously, because I'm keto, but a handful of raspberries, man, I'm telling you, it gives it just that little extra flavor. Now that right there, guys, I don't care who you are. That'll make you slap your mama.
I feel like that salad grew from about a minute ago. Like, it got bigger.
Yeah. There's what I like to call a little TLC in there, you know? So that's meal number one, and this is just one entree of meal number one. We're not even halfway done here. So what we'll do is we'll let Nate take the first couple bites. Why don't you take the first couple bites on camera? Okay. And then we'll time lapse this through, because I think it's going to take him a little bit longer than what he's expecting. But give us a little 1 to 10. I play this game with my kid, Charlie, and I say, whenever I make her something, I say, what's on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being you love it, 1 being you never want me to make it again, and I'm going for an 11 because she gives out 11s a lot. So we'll see what Nate Dogg says. Talk to you about the flavor profile, if you would. What are we working with here?
It's good. I like the tail.
Okay, take one more bite before you give me a number. Make sure you get like a nut. There's some cashews in there, you know. All right, what's the number?
I'll give it a 9.
9. I will take that. Okay, so what we'll do, we'll let him handle this a little bit, see how it goes. When he gets about halfway done, we'll check back in with him, see how it's going. Brent, do you think he's gonna finish all this food today?
No, not all of it.
Good.
I think he'll finish that. Whatever you have for him after that's going to be difficult.
Okay. I will say, you know, I made a comment yesterday when Philip was trying to take down 30 hush puppies for time. I said that I will put my money on Nate Agnew and pretty much any eating challenge that I've ever seen. I saw him eat a stick of butter one time for a grind. So an entire stick of butter, the entire stick of butter for a grind. So I mean, this kid, he's a warrior when it comes to eating. I ain't gonna lie.
I don't know about that.
But we're gonna see. We'll see. All right, so you're probably half. How do you feel?
I mean, I'm good.
Still 9?
Yeah, no, the taste is still good. Starting to get feel a little satiated, slightly. All right.
All right, so I got about, I don't know, a quarter mile left. Nate's, he's past halfway now. He's past halfway. How you feeling?
Starting to feel pretty full.
So, what are you gonna be in the mood for after the salad's done? Like what?
Probably like a 3-hour nap.
Now, I will say that this is not something that I would like recommend. This is not like a nutrition prescription that I think is smart. It's for viewing pleasure, but it's also just to show the difference of there's not a right or wrong way to do it. And it's just interesting to look at it from the other side and how adaptable our bodies are. So, you know, Nate struggles with that salad. I mean, I'm still really hungry and I have no issue. Like, I'm already looking forward to what's next. He doesn't know what's coming next. I do. So it's funny how different the human body is and how much it can adapt to.
I think me eating the 4 or 5 times a day and the smaller portions, I think my stomach is accustomed to that, a little bit smaller meals throughout the day. I've never been a huge eater as far as volume, but if I break it up into smaller meals, it helps me meet whatever macronutrients or whatever, you know, nutrition that I need for the day. But a bigger meal at one time I'll eat just about anything. It's just how much of it do I have to eat?
I think for me, the keto diet happened because my life truly evolved around food. Everything I did, every decision that I made throughout my day was what I'm gonna eat next, how much food do I have to prep. The amount of food that I had in my refrigerator to prep was it was ridiculous. And then someone said, man, you could do keto, it'll take your hunger away. So there's no way. And so I tried it just to say that I did, and it's true. It took me maybe 4 or 5 months, but I craved nothing. And a lot of people are like, oh, well, that's no fun, you know, you're missing out. I truly don't feel like I'm missing out on anything. Saturdays I eat whatever I want. I added that in a couple years after I started the keto stuff. So that, to me, that makes it, you know, very sustainable. But I truly don't have any cravings. I'm never so hungry I'm in a bad mood. You know, I eat only because I know that I have to. If I'm busy, or if it's one of like the few times a year I'll travel, it's not an issue at all for me to travel a full day and a half or whatever and not eat. And then this fasting thing happened, and I started learning more about the fasting stuff, and you know, my gut felt a lot better the longer I fasted. So I'm kind of an all or nothing type of guy. So if I was a 16-hour fast, I thought, man, 16 hours is great, 17 hours would be better. So I do 17 hours. And then if 17 hours works, why wouldn't 18 hours be better? So it's just this little game that I play. But now, at the end of the day, at 3:30 when I eat my last meal, I can go home. I still sit with my kids when we eat dinner and Jess when we eat dinner, but I'm not eating. And for me, I'm a snacker. So if I go home and I'm sitting around from 5 o'clock until 8:30, I'll legitimately eat nonstop from 5:30 to 8:30. This now, when I'm finished at 3:30, I know that I'm done, and it makes it so much easier for me just to go home and not have to worry about, am I making food? What am I gonna eat? Am I hungry, or am I just bored? So that's why this works for me. It might not work for other people, but it sure has freed up a lot of time, and that's what is important to me. How we doing, Nate?
Good.
Okay, so he's still about halfway. He hasn't gotten past that. Once you can see the bottom of the bowl, you're doing okay.
Okay.
Okay? You know.
There's a lot of fat.
Yep.
Yeah. No, Jen and I did not get to use ranch.
But 1,000 ounce are pretty good.
Yeah.
It's not bad.
Pretty good alternative. I had to pick something else.
Okay, so we are done. By we, I mean I am done with course number 1. Nate is still hovering around that halfway point.
Below half.
So what we'll do is I'm gonna start prepping our next course, and we'll have that ready for him once he's done.
What? I thought this was it.
That's cute.
No, I'm being serious.
Did we have Charlie on the show, or was Nate on the show? With
Nate.
us? Okay, good. Yeah. He was pretty confident, I'm not gonna lie. He attacked that salad the first 8 or 10 bites really well. At this pace, hopefully he doesn't have a client for the next hour, because we're gonna be sitting here. So if you had a number now, what are we talking about? Like, how much are we enjoying it?
Not a lot now.
Like
a 3.
3? Okay.
I mean, it tastes good, but it just like, It's starting to get small bites. And just a live chewing with the small bites. Now I'm getting kind of sick to my stomach. I'm pretty close.
Now, I will be honest, if this was anybody else, I would probably tell them to let's call it a day, let's live to fight another day. However, this is not just anybody. This is my understudy, my protege.
I'm not an eating, I'm not 6'5", 230.
Okay. First of all, I'm 240 because we've been eating salads. Put a little quarantine window. Sensitive subject. B-Dub, will you come take a look at this? What do we?
There's a lot left. Bro, that's still like probably 2 or 3 of my salads every day.
Do you think if we blend it up and put it in the bottle, we could just chug it real quick?
Smoothie downstairs.
You know, the thing that hurts me a little bit is if Laura was eating the salad right now, it wouldn't even be like, she's a champ. What's wrong? I mean, how come?
I really like to eat overeat.
No,
That is
but-
the big problem.
But I don't understand, like, what's happening?
I out eat you for dinner every night. Eat together. Do I not?
Yeah, I'm not, I don't feel good.
We're gonna go back to the time lapse just so we can, we'll have to go about times 10 here. We'll get through it. Actually, you know what? What I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna fix the next course together so he can see it, we can talk through it, and maybe if he sees something that's looking forward to it. All right. Okay, so I figured maybe if Nate saw what was coming next, he'd be a little more excited to get through the first course. But he's still fighting it. He's still fighting it. So next course is going to be. I'm a big fan of yogurt, and there's not a lot of yogurt you can eat on a ketogenic diet. And the other reason, not to get too much on a tangent, but the other reason I like the long fasting window and a really small eating window is you can be a little bit more aggressive with what you're doing. You need to probably eat a little more carbs because your body then has 19 hours to break everything down and utilize it. So I can be a little less strict with a really tiny eating window. So I can add these back in. These are amazing. We get these at BJ's. Nate's gonna do blueberry. That sounds good. And then another thing, I've shared this recipe online a few times. I make my own granola, and man, I'm telling you, it is really, really good. Really good. All right. So what we'll do is we're gonna take his. I'm gonna need you to keep eating though. I'm gonna need you to keep eating. Okay, because right now we only have like 2.5, 3 hours before we're ready for our final meal of the day, which is the exact same amount of calories that he's struggling with right now. So he's gonna get some work done here. But we put some blueberry in here. All right. Then we take a little bit of granola and we'll mix this in. This granola, man, I'm just telling you, it's got some peanut butter in there. Very little sweetener. You don't need a lot of sweetener with that. And then we're gonna mix this all together. And then this is where you'll hear him complain. But you gotta put a couple raspberries in the top. There's just no other way around it.
I think
It doesn't like a little fur on them.
I
it's okay.
I think I could eat it if
Oh, anything else?
no, actually, no, I'm good.
All right, good. So that will be just a little tease for the second course this morning.
Look at all those little hairs.
Yep.
Just for you.
That's pretty much the least of your worries compared to what you've got in front of you right now. I wouldn't worry about that.
I know.
Okay.
I know.
I'm more of a strawberry guy. I'm a big fan of strawberry. Not a big blueberry fan. I don't want to get into the grape jelly conversation with Philip and Nate, and even Laura kind of ganged up and said that grape jelly is like the number one.
Within a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
I grew up with strawberry jelly. That's just the way.
Strawberry's not good.
Yeah, it's okay.
Grape is, man, that's tough. That's a tough sell for me. I can.
We're not trying to sell it.
I know, you're right, but
It's still the best.
maybe I'll try a grape. They don't even make grape yogurt. What is
We're
that
doing
called?
this another day where Steve eats what we eat in a day.
Oh, yeah. We should do one where
Message us
Steve
if
eats what I
that's what
eat.
you want to do. That's how this is
And at the
gonna
times we eat it. So last
work. And
night,
PB&J is on the roster.
about 8 p.m. I was eating 30 hush puppies. We could throw that in there next week.
I love her.
Okay, well, I'm gonna go ahead and eat my second course here while he's finishing up the old salad. For someone that was really hungry, it sure doesn't look like it, buddy.
It's more than half though.
Here we go.
Oh man, that's good. Oh, that's good. That's good. Whew, that's good. All right, so a little audible. The big guy is he's fading fast. He thinks that maybe a little seasoned Texas toast crouton would switch up a little bit of that give it a little crunch. Because is it the texture that you're bothering you right now?
It's just it's the taste.
How many forkfuls do you think it would take to get that salad? Are we talking like
Like the rest of it?
no, like what do you think of salad? 200, 300 bites?
Probably 200.
And you're feeling that every bite's the same. It's kind of like Groundhog Day.
Yeah.
So we'll see. Those smell good. I'm not gonna lie. Okay. We're just gonna give him a couple because I don't want to fill up.
Just a couple. That's good.
All right. All right, so Nate is trying to tell me that if he started back on the yogurt, he could finish everything. I think as soon as he takes the first bite of yogurt, the salad's done. Now, what I'd be willing to do is, I'd be willing to go 5 bites of salad, 1 bite of yogurt. 5 bites of salad, 1 bite of yogurt. That'll switch up the flavor profiles, the texture. Would that be interesting to you?
I'll try it.
Okay. So that's when you're gonna see here, you're gonna see a back and forth, which is kind of not the traditional way to do this, but at this point, we've been here for about 45 minutes. In the 9.5, almost 10 years you've been with me, have I led you astray? Like, has there been a lot of times where you've been like, gosh, you were wrong, Steve? Like, did that happen a lot to you?
No.
But you're trying to search for that.
I know.
What if it doesn't?
I think
exist?
I could finish this.
Okay.
But then be done.
But we're not done, are we?
No, but I
Okay.
told you this before we started.
What if you just take a couple bigger bites? Like you're really, this is.
That's a mistake. Oh, I'd be sick. I get sick. I'm just telling you. I'm just being honest.
All right.
I could lie to you. I'm not gonna do that. Let me see if I can finish this.
Yeah.
And then we'll.
All right. Get the raspberries. Don't believe in the raspberries. So Spencer's been busy. We started about 50 minutes ago. All right, we're about 15 minutes in.
Okay.
I'm completely done with everything.
I see that.
So Nate tackled the salad and then said, you know what, I think if I eat the granola and yogurt and raspberries, I can go back to the salad. I said, once you get away from the salad, you're not gonna come back to it.
After going to granola, that's hard. But
Really tough.
but you think about it, that's a lot of the same bite over and over and over again.
We
so,
said it was about 300 bites.
Yeah.
That salad like that.
so I can get where he's coming from.
But I mean, I kind of feel like, did you expect more of him out of the salad? Like, did you?
I thought he was gonna smash the salad.
So did I.
I thought this evening was gonna be the tough one.
I told you I was worried about salad.
Yeah, I know, but I figured you.
He has been most regular.
He's in a bad spot. He's in a tough spot right now.
3:30.
And no, it's not. It's because he's got a client at 3, so we're going.
And
at
it's already
2:30.
11:10.
You're gonna keep eating.
2:30.
I mean, we're talking, and the grind's open today.
Oh, so you gotta get
So
blueberry
we get a
sugar.
blueberry one just to
Yeah.
kind of
Wash
split the
it
difference,
down.
wash it down. And we've got a rule about smalls around here. Are we allowed to get a
Nah,
small?
nah.
Okay.
Large.
Sad.
Oh man. Okay, so we're 58 minutes into this, and I think we're fighting a losing battle. So we're gonna cut our losses here. We're gonna finish the yogurt. All the raspberries, all the yogurt, and we're gonna chalk this up as. Oh wow! Hey, Spence, come here. What type of weight do we still have in that salad? What do you? I mean, when you lift that salad up, what goes through your head? Like in your head, what do you see inside that salad?
That's more than 2.5 pound weight.
That's gains right there that are just getting
Straight gains.
thrown away. Like, you know, now Nate's got to live with this.
What we could do is just put the lid on it. You're only eating in another hour and a half or so, and you could add it to the next meal, so it's not wasted.
I think if we want a chance to continue the rest of the day, because we're almost halfway through our caloric intake for the day, I think we need to cut our losses here. But I'm proud of the effort that he did. I really am.
Where did it start at the rim?
It was up there. It was up there. We feel his back. Is his back sweaty? He's sweating a little bit.
It's a little
Feel all
hot.
over.
He's pretty warm. So unfortunately, Philip only had about an hour and 20 minutes to be able to film this, and I thought that was plenty of time. We should have started at about 7:30 in the morning. But, we're looking over here. Okay. He's about almost halfway done with that, and he's taken about 80 bites of yogurt. So let's just go ahead and let's knock that out here. Why don't you get 2 raspberries in this bite?
Your sister bite? Give me a
I'm gonna sit because the raspberries are
Oh boy, you know, teamwork makes the dream work around these parts, man. I'll tell you, I don't like blueberry, but for a friend, I'm gonna do what I do. All right, the rest is yours. Yeah,
I want to eat the raspberries.
got to. Only one left.
There's 2 left.
Nope.
I'm looking at them.
One bite, you're done.
I can't take both of them.
One bite, you're done. One bite, you're done.
Not at one time.
You be done. Done. Done into the grind.
One more bite of granola and whatever's in there, and then we can go get you a blueberry strudel.
Behind the scenes of
This is the first
you are what you eat, or whatever we're gonna call it.
yes and all the time.
I ate the raspberry, dude.
Okay, leave the raspberry to the end. But we gotta eat it.
If you eat the raspberry, you might as well eat it with other stuff, not by itself. Or you can swallow it like a pill with that water.
Oh God, that'd be great.
Throw a couple croutons in there to finish it.
Oh no. All right, we gotta be close now. I just saw you take 3 bites, and you only had 2 left. Oh, nice. Okay, are we live?
Yep.
We're gonna take the last bite together. One big. Oh wow. One little bite. Here we go. Here we go. We got to, big guy. We got to. Okay. Okay. Hey, hello,
You can be a slow
Charlie. Yep. Daddy be home late. Oh, Charlie's at home. I thought she was here for a second, but no, she's at home.
How about dog?
Okay.
It's gonna be
Take the top off the trash.
Here we go.
Let's just not throw up.
You won't. You're not gonna throw up.
You gotta throw up this granola.
We're done. It's last bite.
One more step.
What?
It was funny like that.
All right, here we go. No, hands down.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
All right, here we go, and we're in, and we're done. Done. All right, so not bad, not bad. Okay, half the salad's gone, all the yogurt, the raspberry's still in there, with all those little hairs that are in there. They get caught in your throat. All right, so stay tuned, guys. Our next course will be in a couple hours. Okay, so we're sitting down for our second and final meal today. As you can see, the first meal didn't quite go as planned. Nate, can you talk a little bit about what your appetite is kind of right now and what the afternoon has kind of been like for you?
The afternoon's been very sleepy, very drowsy, and I have little to no appetite at the moment. So this should be interesting. I'm not hungry in the slightest.
So what we're gonna do for the second and final meal is we do half an omelet. Inside the omelet's like your normal stuff. Vegetables. I put potatoes in here because Nate requested potatoes. It's cheese, bacon, pepperoni, nothing crazy. And then I put a sauce on it that is possibly the greatest sauce in the world. It's half a pack of holy guacamole, probably 2 big scoops of sour cream. All right, you spread that out a little bit. You take a little bit of salsa, put that over top. And then because Nate's a man, sriracha, a little squirt of that. That is the first course that he'll eat. Then we split a pizza. So he's got these 3 pieces. And then we've got the casein protein, which will be the last thing he eats. And then because it was a training day, we also have a grind to wash this down with. All right, a blueberry grind, which is probably another 700 or 800 calories. So yeah, that is the last time that we'll eat today. And this is the last little bit that we have to show you guys. So hopefully Nate will take a little bite of this and we'll play the same game we play with the salad. See what he thinks. I put a lot of TLC in this omelet, I'm not gonna lie. I sauteed the potatoes and a little bit of onions, some turmeric.
Am I good to go?
Yeah, let's do it, man. Let's do it. And down the hatch. Okay. 1 to 10. What are we looking at here?
I mean, it tastes good. They're probably, for an omelet, it's probably a 10, honestly.
Okay. So the second meal, this is one that, again, by 3:30 today, it'll be about 3 o'clock, we're done eating for the night. So, in the beginning I'd feel full for maybe a half hour or 45 minutes and that'd be pretty comfortable. And then I feel good all night. The casein pudding makes a big difference with how hungry I am later at night. But yeah, this is every afternoon. This is what we do. So we'll see. I would say the over/under is probably he's going to get through about half of that. But we'll see. Either way, I'm proud of him. He's put together a pretty good performance so far. All right. All right, so Nate's a little bit of a wall here. I'm gonna be nice. I think you take one more bite over there. One more bite. One more little bite here. What are you looking for?
I didn't know what that was.
It's goodness.
I'm like dizzy.
Yeah. That's why we're only gonna do one more bite, I've gotten soft in my old age.
I can do more.
No, we're gonna play a little game here. Last little bite goes in. There you go. All right, let's put that to the side. Let's put that up front for Spencer. All right. Now let's slide the old pizza over there and let's switch up the palate a little bit. The texture's gonna change. It's a little bit thin. The pizza is just a keto crust from the grind. I put a little Rouse tomato sauce on there. Some basil. I think I did onions. And this is venison burger. And some mozzarella cheese. Let's see how she thinks of that. Kind of light and airy. Doesn't sit real heavy. Do you want to sip on a little blueberry? You good with your blueberry? You good? Okay. All right. What do you think about the pizza? Oh, he's gonna dip. I like it. Okay. This is what we call rally time, folks. We are rallying. Okay, there's a different phrase with this that I'm not gonna get into, but this is pretty strong. Now we're talking. Now we're talking. Okay, so we're gonna stop right there with the one piece of pizza that's left. And now I wanna rewind, because this has been probably 5 or 6 days in the making. This is one of those things where, yeah, it's funny and we're all joking around, but it's also it's an interesting concept to get outside of your normal routine and just try something different and see how your body responds to it. Now, obviously, I wouldn't recommend finding someone that's outweighs you by 40 pounds and try and eat what they eat, but it'll give you a glimpse into what I do on a daily basis, and it'll give you a glimpse into someone that does enjoy food and how much different it is when you start mixing up the macros that he's used to eating. But with that being said, as we lead into our last course of the day, yesterday Nate informed me that no matter how he felt, this would be an enjoyable finish to the day. This pudding snack would be really, really good. So I am hoping that this goes down really easy.
Give me a spoon.
Can you kind of turn it upside down and show how thick it is? Oh, it's perfect. It's kind of like Dairy Queen when you get a blizzard.
Hey, hand me a spoon.
I don't do anything halfway.
A big spoon, a little
Not a little
spoon.
spoon. Yeah, that's got him.
So I put a little coconut.
Oh my gosh. Dang.
You need a knife too?
Oh.
I put a little coconut milk in mine to make it a little thicker. Talk to me about that. What do we like about the texture? What do we think about the flavor? I put a little vanilla in there, a little dash of cinnamon.
It's good.
Okay. Another thing, I'm giving away all my secrets right now. So on the whisk, before I get the whisk dirty with all the wet ingredients, I'll open up a thing of peanut butter and I'll turn the whisk in the peanut butter, lift it up, and then whisk in the peanut butter into the milk, coconut milk, and the casein. Oh, you taste a little peanut butter in there?
Yeah.
Yeah. What do we score it, 0 to 10?
It's good. It's a 10. It's good. It's outside of no, it's pretty good.
Okay.
Oh. Man. That's like just a tub of mud. That's what it feels like in my stomach. It's going down. Just chase it down with the slushy. It's just heavy, bro.
All right. So I'm finishing up a little pudding here. I heard Nate mutter something. What did you say over there, Nate?
I underestimated this pretty intensely.
So,
Pretty thick.
how many times have you watched me eat my food on a daily basis?
Every day for the past who knows how long.
What do you think? Like, do you think you underestimated how much food it actually was? Or
Yeah, for sure. I was just thinking about that. I think people watch this and they did the same thing that I did. It's just be like, man, that's not that much. It's easy to say that because we see you do it every day, but we don't actually know how much it is until you eat it, and it's a lot.
Do you think Philip should probably try this at some point?
Yeah.
I think I could. I don't know, man.
You think you could?
Not eat his stuff, but I could eat that many calories of stuff I usually eat in those 2 meals in that time frame. I don't think I could do it.
Okay, well
with that stuff.
But I don't know though, man. Think about it in rice numbers. How much rice you'd have to consume to get to 1,000 or 2,000 calories.
That's true.
Be a lot of carbs in your
I
stomach.
think the biggest thing is, I don't know.
I know exactly.
Really, you got to look at this from the standpoint of, we're on day, 50 something of quarantine. Yes, a part of this was, for viewing enjoyment, but I think just seen what someone else does, and you could say, obviously, what I would recommend you do is start with maybe a 16-8 fast, and maybe figure out 3 meals that you want to eat in that 8-hour feeding window. I wouldn't recommend trying to cram 6,000 calories into a 4.5 or 5 hour feeding window. But you look at this and you say, okay, well, man, maybe I could free up some time and I could save myself the amount of time I'm going to prep and I'm going to have to cook. Does it make sense? Well, if you never try it, you're never going to know. Maybe Nate does this and he's like, man, I never want to do that again. Or maybe he's like, gosh, if I just cut all this food in half, I think I would like to go home and not have to worry about what I'm going to eat or what I'm going to snack on. So, I hope that you get something out of this. If nothing else, you find out how big of a pig I am when it comes to eating, because a part of me wants to go get another one of these blueberry strudels. Like one more would do it.
If you're still hungry, I think Nate's got some food left.
I just got in a bad spot again.
So I think we'll end this. He did a good job. I mean, look, before anybody pokes fun at the poor guy, be careful, because if you want to make fun of him, we'll turn the table and put you in the hot seat and see how well you do. But he got half the blueberry down, well over half the omelet, over half the pizza, and I think you should stop there with the casein, because that's pretty thick right there. So hey, I hope you guys enjoyed it. This is every day for us. This is every day, and this was a lot of fun for me. I don't know how much fun it was for you.
Dude, I don't.
All right, guys, take care. If you're looking for any recipes, there's nothing crazy here, but I posted the casein recipe. I posted the granola recipe. The omelet's easy. The pizza.
Let's we got time for a quick interview.
Yeah, go ahead.
So Nate,
What?
this morning after your first meal, and then now after still this morning kind of, after your second meal, do you feel worse now or earlier today after the first one?
Probably right now, honestly. I don't feel good.
Well, scale 1 to 10, 10 being the absolute worst, how do you feel?
I hate stuff like this, because if it's 10, how bad really is 10? I don't know. A 6. I mean, I don't feel good, but I'm not gonna die. I'll be fine. But the room's starting to spin just a little. And so yeah, not my most enjoyable.
Let me ask you this, Nate. Do you think the Steve let me ask Brent. Do you think the Steve of 2014 would have allowed him to stop this? So don't you think I've evolved?
You would have made him eat till it came up.
100%.
Probably.
Yep. That's all you. All of this food. He did good, but
Let's do it up, Spence.
You threw it out?
No.
Oh.
He's in a tight spot. But yes, I have matured over the years, so I've known, the old Steve would have said, hey, you're not getting off of that seat until everything's down. Now look at me.
I know.
Look how soft I am.
Trust me, I thought of that.